Hi guys, this is Fibers in the Wind and I'm back today with another crochet tutorial. But in today's episode, we are going to be learning a brand new, never seen before stitch. Unless you're in my private group on Facebook, then you know about it already. This is a stitch that I came up with a while ago, and this stitch is really cool. It's called the Flowering Upside Down Stitch, FUD for short, FUD. That's how it's abbreviated in a pattern that I wrote using this stitch. And it is not a stitch pattern. It is actually a stitch. It's all worked in one space, basically. And this stitch is really fun. The reason why we call it the Flowering Upside Down Stitch is because it kind of points downward and off to the right. And so it kind of looks like a flower bud that's just starting to open up, but like the flowers hanging upside down. So if you want to learn how to make this stitch and you like this kind of content, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and help me grow my channel, and also turning on your post notifications and setting them to all. That way you'll get updated every time I upload a video. So in today's video, we're going to be using this yarn. It is this Bernat Maker yarn. It's not your traditional yarn. So we're going to use this. We're going to use this crochet hook. And then I am going to show you how to make this fabulous stitch. I believed to have come up with this stitch on my own. However, clarify in the comments if you have done this stitch, know what the real name of it is, if there is another, and where I can find information about this stitch. If I'm wrong, please do feel free to let me know in the comments. So let's get started with this video. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be learning how to do the Flowering Upside Down Stitch, or the FUD stitch. You can leave in the comments below if you've seen this stitch and what its official name is, but I believe I discovered it, I want to say, over a year ago now. And so also, if you'd like to find out where you can purchase this hook, this is the Clover Amour crochet hook set, and I will leave a link in the description where you can find where you can get this hook. So you always want to start out with any number of chains plus an additional one, because you skip the first chain and then work into the second one, and then a base row of any stitch you choose. I chose to do single crochet. You can do a base row of double, half double, it does not matter. But this stitch is going to be very complex to do into a chain stitch, and you'll kind of see why once we get started. So you're going to have a base row. And so in this tutorial, I'm assuming you know how to do some basic stitches and including some chains. So in this video, I chained one. That's what you do at the beginning of your work, chain one. So as you can see, I've chained one there. And the way that this stitch is kind of worked is you have your back loop and you have your front loop right there. Front loop here, back loop there. So for this stitch, what we're actually going to do is we're going to yarn over, stick our hook into the back loop of that stitch only. See, we have the front loop right here, right there, and then we put it in the back loop. So once we yarn over, stick our hook in the back loop, we're going to yarn over and then pull up a loop. So then we have 3 loops on our hook. Now, leaving the 3 loops on our hook, we are going to take our hook without yarning over and stick it back through the same stitch again, but through the entire stitch, through both the front and the back loop, as if you were to make the stitch and work it as a normal stitch. So let me show you what that means. In the same stitch that we already worked, but we're going to go through the front loop all the way through the back loop again. So this is the kind of mess that you're going to have initially when you start. And then you're going to yarn over, pull through. So you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, and 4 loops on your hook. That's what you should be having on your hook. So then all you're going to do is you're just going to yarn over and then pull through all 4 of these loops. And that's it. And you'll see as we go along in this project why it's called the flowering upside down stitch or the FUD stitch. So let me show you again. Yarn over, stick your hook into the back loop of the stitch only, yarn over again, pull up a loop. 3 loops on your hook. Can you see what's coming out of the back loop? Front loop is right here. Back loop is where this is coming out of. Okay, so now what you're going to do is leave the 3 loops on your hook, and without yarning over, you're going to stick it back through this entire same stitch. So you're going to go through the front loop and through the back loop while leaving the loops on your hook. So you're just going to go right inside this hole right here. And then it's going to look like that. And then when you're done, you're just going to yarn over, pull up a loop with with 4 loops on your hook. Then what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 of your loops. So yarn over like so, stick it into the, it's hard to show you me sticking it into the back loop because the yarn keeps getting in the way. So yarn over, stick it into the back loop only of the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now, where my finger is sticking out, we're going to leave these 3 loops on the hook and stick it right through this stitch, right through the hole here, all the way through to the back. So then it's going to look like this. If I spread it out, that's what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, and then the entire stitch. Then you're going to yarn over, pull it through the loop, just like that. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, and pull through all 4 loops on your hook. So we're going to try this one more time. Yarn over, stick it through the back loop only, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Do not yarn over here. Leave the 3 loops on your hook, go back and stick it through the hole. See, here's the front loop, here's the back loop. Right there, stick it through, then yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over and pull through all 4 of your loops. So let me just show you kind of what we have going on and what's happening here. So this is kind of what we have going on. And as this progresses and we do more of these stitches, you'll be able to see why we're calling it the flowering upside down stitch. And if you see at it, it kind of points downward at a right angle. And the reason why we call it the flowering upside down stitch is because it has these 3 posts right here. And it kind of, see, you have, I don't know if you can see it, I'll show you with my crochet hook. You have this post here, and then this post right here. And they're kind of pointing at a downwards angle. And it almost kind of looks like a flower bud that is pointing downwards that is just starting to bloom, open, because it has the 3 spikes that are pointing downward. So I'm going to finish this row, come back, and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I am back, and I just wanted to show you what we have going on and kind of what it looks like from the front view. So this is what it looks like. And if you can see, 3 different posts, this one, and this one. So if you were to use a yarn that's got more drape, it would look more like the flowering part of the stitch. So it kind of looks like you have a flower that's kind of hanging down, that's just kind of starting to bloom, just barely starting to open up and bloom. And you can see how beautiful it is. You can see the first post here, this little bit of a longer post, and then this one, and then this third post that kind of hangs down. And then that's what it looks like. And then so we'll just show you what the back looks like. I love the back. So the back of the stitch is so unique, and it actually looks like the flower has lifted. So instead of the flower pointing completely downward now, it looks like the flower is pointing off to the side, and that it's bloomed open a little bit more than on the front side. So let me explain. So, and I'm just now realizing this, you have this post here, you still have 3 posts. You have this post here, this post, and then this post. So it kind of looks as if it's kind of blooming open a little bit more on the back side. So you get that kind of really beautiful look of like, hey, oh, the flower's bloomed a little bit more. So it's almost as if the flower has grown. And it's just really beautiful. So you could really use this on the front or the back. So basically all you're going to be doing is chaining 1 and continuing the stitch just like you did on the front side. So the back side does not have any alterations to it. It's just made precisely the same. So I'm going to do a little bit more on this and come back and show you what it looks like, and we'll wrap up this video. So we are back, and this is kind of what you're working with when you go back and forth in the rows. If you want it to look the same, then it's better to do in the round if you don't want the row beneath you looking like it's the wrong side, because technically it is. But so that's what the front side looks like. So let me just leave that there for you to get a good look at it. And then this is what the back side looks like. And I do just love how it looks like you have this upper post here, the second post here, and then down here this like little post right there, if you can see it. So see, you have the first post here, second post, third post on the back side, and so it almost kind of looks like the flower bud is now kind of more pointing to the side, still kind of at a slight down angle, but pointing more to the side, and that is opening up a little bit more than what you saw on the front side. And so it's just so beautiful, and it's a great stitch to work, and I just love it. So comment down below and let me know if you actually have seen this stitch before, and it does already exist, and what the name of it is. If not, I'm just going to say that I discovered the stitch, and hope that you guys like this tutorial, and I really hope that you guys will use this stitch. It works up about, in my opinion, roughly the same speed as a double crochet. I find that it's very fluent to do. You don't feel like you're doing all these extra weird little bits and pieces. It feels natural to do. And so that's pretty much the stitch. It's beautiful, it's fun, it's quick and easy to do. I think if you can do singles and doubles, this stitch will be easy. I do recommend practicing with a bulkier yarn to start out. And the more drapier the yarn, the more of that flowering upside down look that you get. So yeah, that's pretty much the stitch. It's very beautiful, and I really do love it. Okay, so I just want to take the time to thank you all for watching this brand new tutorial of this new stitch. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do post weekly Wednesday videos, and don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you could turn your post notifications on and set them to all, that way you'll get notified every time that I upload a video, because if you don't, then you're gonna be missing some of my content. So I just wanted to show you this like this. I just love how this looks and how beautiful it is, and just how fun and easy that this stitch is to make. So again, let me know down below if this already was a pre-existing stitch and goes by another name, because it may very well be a pre-existing stitch and I just don't know it yet. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will catch you in my next video, guys. Bye.